inside this live chat. Click, do whatever. Sit down wherever you are. Don't keep me waiting. I just play it. I've been watching a lot of Matilda lately, so Miss Trunchbull is just rubbing off on me. Get inside quickly. Run. Yep, don't keep me waiting. Alright, Mom. Like, I'm not gonna be shouting the whole stream, so... Hi, everyone.
Maybe John Cena has reconsidered. Maybe he has a conscience.
Championship is around the waist of a YouTube. That would almost ruin wrestling.
Hi, Mackenzie. I'm doing good. Feeling very stuffed after 3 slices of pizza. I was super hungry today. Cody, Rhodes, and John Cena on Smackdown tonight. Yes, ma'am.
Saturday night with Cody's return. This is now Friday Night Smackdown.
All right, Ma. I'm not going to be shouting the whole stream. Can you lower it so I won't have to be shouting like this?
And Cody Rhodes is here in Tennessee as well. And so is Pharaoh, his dog, 6 days after a stunning return to neutralize John Cena's disruptive attack. Now, those two men will be face to face. Rhodes, Cena, here on Smackdown. And look who's back home! Bianca Belair.
Aw, that's a cute orange that she has on. She has orange roses. I forgot what orange roses mean on like, you know, when it comes to the color of flowers. Because I know white roses mean pure love, and I know red means romantic love, and I know yellow means friendship. I forgot what orange means. I think it means good luck. But I like that bodysuit.
And what a homecoming for Belair. Well, she's taking part in an epic triple threat at WrestleMania. As family and friends are gathered ringside throughout the
What am I currently looking forward to on SmackDown?
Out of action. But the smile gets big when you come back and you
well, I think I'm looking forward to the qualifying match that is Jade Cargill and Naomi. That's what I think I'm looking forward to the most, as well as Cody Rhodes and John Cena.
Leonard and Travada. Everybody here so proud of Bianca Belair.
Yeah, he's got every right as a superstar occasionally to take a little time off, heal up from some major injuries, but there was absolutely no keeping Bianca Belair away from home. She's back, and don't they love her?
I lost my scrunchie somewhere in the house, and I have to use one of my white ones, but I don't like it around my hand. It feels too tight.
Man, it feels good to be in Knoxville.
You're going down the hill. Hey, he's going to the store, so go. Hey.
2 letters, 1 word.
You're done. That's what you get.
I love y'all so much. Now, y'all know I couldn't come to Knoxville without singing good old Rocky Top, right? So y'all ready?
Yeah.
Hit the music.
The marching band, they're having a parade. Oh, there's a little flying here in Atlanta.
Listen to this place.
I don't know this. I don't know this song, so I'm lost.
Man, this city is so special to me. And it's not just because it's my hometown, but it's because it's my safe space. I got the love and the support from my family. They're right there. Front row, hey mama, hey daddy. And I got all of y'all that y'all always show up and show out for me. So, you know, with everything that I just been going through with you, you know, losing my first WrestleMania match, getting injured, losing the tag team titles, losing my friends along the way, I just wanted to come right back here to my safe space.
It won't be safe with those two in this match.
I had to come back to Knoxville to heal.
Bianca is still injured.
And while I'm
No,
not 100%,
oh yeah, she is.
I promise you, I am doing everything that I can to get right back to this ring.
Yeah,
so
she's
that I
still
can
injured. Her
continue
finger
to
still
show
has the
people
bandage
exactly
wrap.
why I am the EST of Tennessee and the EST of WWE.
How's her outfit? Oh, I said her outfit was great. I usually don't like orange on a lot of colors, but her bedazzling it with all those, like, you know, clear diamonds and a little tiny bit of orange diamonds too, it's really nice. And of course she has orange roses, but like I said a few moments ago, I don't know what orange roses mean, because I'm aware of some of the flower languages, but of the rose colors, I only know that red means romantic love, white means pure love, and pink means, like, you know, I think, like, it's a form of, like, confessing. I think pink is a form of confessing, like, you know, a message if you want to confess. And orange, I'm not sure. I think it means good luck, or I don't know. I think, like, blessing. I'm not sure. But a yellow one also means, a yellow one can mean friendship. That's what yellow roses mean. I'm not sure what an orange rose means.
What do you want from me?
By the way, in that little promo that Naomi had last week, her outfit was great. I loved it. I'm considering making my, you know, wrestling account soon, you guys, so I might post on it eventually. I'm I'm just still working out. I'm just still working at a profile picture. That's the only problem. But all else fails, I'm just gonna do a text picture, and you know.
And I've been trying to communicate with you to just let you know. Let's just let the past be the past and move forward.
Hi, Franklin.
I've sent you text messages, voicemails, and you haven't gotten back to me once.
Yeah, but as for Naomi's outfit, I usually like all her caution outfits, but not this one because it's white.
I went by your parents' house, but unfortunately nobody was there, so I just let myself in. And you know what I saw, B? I went through your photo album. You know the one you got there on the coffee table?
You broke into my house?
Photos, you just looked so freaking happy, and it reminded me of how it was when we were together as tag team champions.
You broke in my house?
No, Naomi. Okay, Naomi, I'm gonna make one thing perfectly clear for you. We were best friends, and you betrayed my trust. You took our friend and threw her on the windshield of the car.
Oh, thanks, because honestly, I didn't really do it. All I did was like take my blowout spin brush and I just blow dried it enough to make it look straight, but it's still curled, as you can see. But I made it look, I basically half-assed it because I wasn't gonna get it done in time, so I just half-assed it. But eventually, when the stream is over, I'll do it for real. But I probably won't at the same time because since I'm getting paid tomorrow, I'm going to, like, you know, do a little Family Dollar, like, you know, run and just buy, like, the shampoos that I want because I told you I can't really, you know, just use any shampoo on my hair anymore with all the damage that I had from past colorings. So I need to get sulfate-free hair color.
Something bad that happened to you right here and right now.
Is that a threat?
Well, right here, right now, a storm is on its way to the ring. Jade Cargill,
the aforementioned friend who was thrown through a windshield by Naomi.
Big pop kick just sent her entire body flying. Here comes Naomi. She just comes up.
Naomi's turning to the dark side. I think she already has.
As if the instant danger in the air of Naomi and Jade being around isn't enough. And Nia Jax
Everyone thought Bianca was going to turn heel by now. Yeah, so did I, but I told you, she's kind of like being a John Cena type where she said she wasn't.
Jade, Naomi, Nia is next.
Oh wow, I didn't think we would have this match up first, but that's cool. Nia Jax's bodysuit looks decent today, and I always say she looks better. She looks better with straight hair rather than her crimped up curled. But I guess I'm just biased anyway. But if she does have it curled, I do like it when she doesn't have it perm curled. That's when I don't like it, when she has it permed kind of. But if she has it just regular curled, like, you know, have big curls, then that's fine.
Individual event tickets on sale now.
So just a little cosplay announcement. I do have everything I need for my cosplay. They're just not in yet, and they probably won't come until June. Like, I'd say around maybe the 20th to 23rd. So that's like, you know, that's like the gamble, like, you know, the ratio times that I'm like, you know, assuming everything will be here on time. Because as far as like, you know, like what I have that I know is coming soon is my bodysuit and my tail and possibly my ears. But even my ears say that it might come on the 20th too, so I'm not too sure.
Don't turn that into something it's not.
So that's all I have for cosplay announcements, and my wig hasn't come yet because I recently heard that they're doing like, you know, mandatory inspections for Chinese, like, you know, like, you know, overseas imported items because of La Boo-Boos, unfortunately. I don't know, somebody's like, you know, I have no idea, like, you know, why they La Boo-Boos have to do anything with this, because I think somebody's like, you know, I think they are counterfeiting them. I'm not sure, but it's something. I really forgot what it is, really. But that trend was those little things was bad from the moment I heard about them, and I'm like, I never saw the hype. I'm glad I never saw the hype in them that it would make me get them.
Nia Jax, thanks to the intervention at one point during the match by
Naomi is hearing voice in her head. This heel character gimmick is very intriguing. Yep. The senile, like, you know, crazy, you know, ballistic ones always are.
In that match, and Jade Cargill made her presence felt there as well as Tiffany Stratton was able to defend
the delirious types in wrestling are always what you call it, a funny character and a scary character too.
By Naomi, staying out of harm's way and watching these two powerhouses beat each other to a pulp.
And she's just sitting back and taking it in as Nia Jax looks to take control.
I'm going to be honest, I anticipated this match going slow. Oh, nice.
Oh, as soon as the referee turned around.
It's all completely legal, of course, in a triple threat matchup like this, but certainly Jade Cargill taking it from all angles now. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought that this was going to start off with Jade Cargill and Naomi ripping each other to shreds, while Nia
Jax's outfit looks kind of good this time around because
between Cargill and Naomi.
She's using the reflective leather metallic to incorporate the zebra stripes, and that's like, you know, great usage of patterns, especially since she uses the same patterns all the time.
That is what is on the line. An opportunity to be in the women's Money in the Bank. It's the triple threat qualifying.
Now that Naomi is here, voice in her head, she's going to have to start using radio and theme song.
Naomi, strategically for the past few minutes,
you can't plagiarize like that. You can't just steal ideas, change them a little bit, and pretend they're yours.
Comes in fresh and
do I like Naomi's heel type character? Of course I do. I liked her as a heel, like, you know, way back then when Tamina and Sasha Banks were team Beautiful and Dangerous. So of course I would like any heel character that Naomi does now.
With Jade pinned in that corner. Big right hand right across the face.
I also didn't say much about Jade Cargill's outfit, but I kind of like her outfit too. It's a mix of jean and metallic. The only complaint I have about her outfit is that sometimes, like, that could be hard to see, like, you know, far away. It'll look too camouflaged, but up close it looks pretty. And far away it looks pretty too, it's just that you can't really see the detailing as much as you would like.
And the hip attack lands flush on Jade.
Do I like Alexa Bliss? Of course I like Alexa Bliss. What kind of question is that?
Both women in the early goings here, which is surprising.
I've always liked Alexa Bliss.
Well,
I'm actually lying. I really didn't like her that much in her goddess gimmick, but as soon as she did this, as soon as she did this, what you call a gimmick with Bray Wyatt, that's when I fell in love with her all, like the whole time.
And eventually Jade showed up. And now full away slam Jade Cargill.
Naomi has always been a better as a heel in my opinion. I won't agree fully with that. I like her as a babyface too because I'm all about the raving and the club, like, you know, get up that she always had on. And I'm going to miss her colored hair. I'm going to, like, you know, miss those, like, each wig that she had when she, like, did the streaks, because it reminded me so much of the Cena era where you do patterns on your hair, whether it's zebra or stars or anything, and I miss that of her. That's what the one thing I'll miss from Naomi. Her glow in the dark scene here.
To that ingrate Tiffany Stratton tire, Money in the Bank cash-in. Imagine how.
But I appreciate that she still wears the boots. She never gave that up.
From the same woman,
She never gave up wearing the light up boots. I wish I can have them. I mean, you kind of can, but that trend died down. That trend died down back in 2016. So the fact that she's still wearing like a 2016 trend now, like, really means how much. It really means a lot.
Oh, a devastating leg drop by Nia Jax. And somehow, someway, Naomi's able to get that left shoulder up.
Call the cops.
And the fact that she's wearing those 2016 shoes now really means that, like, you know, she cherishes that time in her career, because that's the time when she got her gimmick.
I have no clue, but that may have been a mistake from Naomi, because it does not get any easier from here.
Yeah, those jumps are crazy.
Up to the rooftop here on Rocky Top. A massive crowd has come out for Friday Night Smackdown. They're at the University of Tennessee, over 14,600 for
Where am I
opening
at?
action. Money in the
My
Bank
living room.
qualifier as shoulders are down. And we continue on. Jade, Nia, Naomi from here in Knoxville.
What is my feeling about Shotzi getting released? It's terrible. I loved her. I loved Shotzi.
So next weekend, it is Money in the Bank.
Hey, it's terrible.
Yeah,
I love Shotzi, and she was getting a push too, and the fact that they just fired her out of the blue makes me even more angry, because she was getting a push with both Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley, her name I think it is. I don't know, her name is Tatum. I know she's Tatum. But I so appreciate that she has, like, that she's still going with her little bit, like, you know, of a crazy. She's going with, like, you know, her Naomi type gimmick and, like, you know, a little bit, like, you know, feral. She's kind of somewhat like Naomi and going feral, so, but she always has her dolls with her, and she has a Gigi and Shotzi doll, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it all. But, and I also appreciate Bayley for taking everyone of the girls who got, like, you know, released by WWE out to dinner and paid for everything. She's a real, like, you know, she's a real one for that.
And with that shoulder able to send her out.
I'm in Long Island, New York. Like I'd ever tell you my city. Bitch, no.
Well, here's the one she preferred.
Oh, there you go. The inherent problem in all triple threat matchups.
Looks like Nia Jax is slimming down some. Really? I never noticed. I mean, maybe she has. It's just that I haven't really thought much of the weight, because I don't really see superstars for their weights. I see them for their athleticism and their face, of course.
That is the smart way to do it. Turn this into a one-on-one matchup. Completely destroy one of your opponents, which
the only like, you know, reason I would look at a superstar's weight is that they look like, you know, if they're looking unhealthy, like, you know, and like, you know, like, you know, they're losing physique, then that's a concern. But that's like a health concern as far as the way I think it is. So of course I would show concern if a superstar looks like, you know, looks like they can't lift anything or something. agreed. Shotzi is a good worker. She's very unique. She's a
Teeing
good
off at
promo
will
and
against
everything
the
she did.
unfortunate
Stood
Cargill,
out.
who at this point
Exactly
seems
like you were
to
talking
have no
about.
reply
Coming
whatsoever.
out with the tank, she was great. Yeah.
Cargill's just fighting for survival
Yeah,
at this point.
Tatum, of course, is using this this loss as a what you call it motivation to keep on her push, because she was going to get a push with Gigi Dolan, but it was taken away. But she wants to keep her push somewhat alive, and I respect her for that. And I always like Tatum Paisley, whatever her name is, because.
Well, this is women's money.
But I just miss her being with Wendy too, because honestly they were. I felt like they could have been a great tag team together with how similar their character dynamics are.
Not gonna let Naomi clean up all the work.
I thought we were working together.
So one of the team goes for a pin.
Bitch, I don't work for you. I ain't working
Too
for
much
nobody.
life in the tank, and Nia Jax to be caught out by that Naomi.
Yeah, now they go from working together to chief rivals in there when so much is on the line.
Finally, a little respite for Jade Cargill.
But maybe Wendy Chu will return to NXT, because I think WWE Evolve is going to end soon, because already they have their first Evolve champion. In case those who don't watch WWE Evolve, the winner is somebody named, I think her name is Kylie Armstrong. Her name is Kaylee Armstrong or Kylie, I'm not sure, but damn.
Cargill showing you the power, but no. Naomi comes right in.
The WWE WWE Evolve winner name is Kaylee Armstrong.
As we have ever seen her since sending Jade
I've seen her like, you know, ring work in some episodes, but I kind of like really wasn't all that into her. The one that really caught my eyes were these two girls named Carly Bright and Kendall Gray, because I love their dynamic. Kylie's like the super bright and perky, like, you know, girl, and Kendall is like a gray, like, you know, bleak and like, you know, depressing girl, but she just wants to get the job done. But being around a friend, like, you know, being around, like, you know, your bright friend will, like, you know, you'll tolerate it at the very least. I'm just saying, when it comes to like, you know, perky, and then it's basically like an emo and like, you know, bright girl, you know, bubbly girl. That's the equivalent of what they had. But Kylie Armstrong is WWE Women's Champion in Evolve. And I don't know if that means that it's ending or ending soon, but she's the first winner, and she'll be in NXT soon enough. When I have to describe her, though, I think of her as a mix of Bianca Belair and
she's got what she wanted. This has turned into a one-on-one
Jade Cargill a little bit. It's like, think of it like that. She had the physique and look. She had the physique of Jade Cargill, but the face of Bianca a little bit, or both.
And she pushes her off at 2.9.
And now back to questions.
All over the place.
Am I going to SummerSlam? You got SummerSlam money to give me? Because then I'll say yes. Do I think Rock will return? Yes, just not soon. Not just anytime soon. The Asian girl. What Asian girl? I'm not talking about an Asian girl. I was talking about a black woman who is the winner of WWE Evolve. Her name is Kylie Armstrong.
It has been a rocky road for these three battling each other back.
I wonder who is physically stronger, Jade or Bianca. Jade, without a doubt, because unlike Bianca, Jade Cargill was the only one to lift Nia Jax out of the Royal Rumble ring. And with both her hands at that, no leverage from the rope at all. Maybe a little bit, but not as much.
Naomi able to rally
Because
up.
Bianca Belair tried to lift Nia Jax too, but she gave out when she was fully trying to lift her.
What position you want to be in?
Superplex powerbomb, Nia Jax.
And right in the drop zone, 2 women.
Oh, she's stacking them. She's stacking them. She's stacking them. Is it Annihilator? Oh! Jade takes the best of it.
Oh.
Naomi looking to get shoulders down, and she does.
Wow. It was that easy, huh? Well, I'm glad honestly for this. I thought Bianca would get involved in this some way, but I'm glad she didn't though.
Game over. But the speed of thought, the speed of movement of Naomi is what got this one won. And
Nia Jax will be angry about this though.
Proceed with caution, everybody. 5th time that she's made it.
I'm sorry, Jade. I wish it could have been you for what it's worth, but nah, Naomi's the much better choice in this case. Gentala. I have no idea who that is.
You might embarrass him. You know what I'm saying? He won't feel good about it.
Aww. Little Jimmy.
Now he's talking to little ghosts. Ain't that pathetic? Something you want to say to me, dog? Man, you crazy touching me? Can I be honest? I never seen you a day before in my life. Is this your son, dog?
I can relate.
You husky. Do you mind if I take your husky son to the ring and teach him a lesson? I'm gonna go talk to Nick. All y'all big boned it.
Is that I'm not. I mean, that was funny enough, I guess, but I didn't think it was that
Y'all
funny.
go ahead and have y'all fun. I got my own business to take care of. You know what I mean?
I'm so happy Jeff Cobb is finally in WWE. Whoever that is.
Jacob Fatu's in a triple threat for Money in the Bank qualifier plus 6 weeks removed from WrestleMania in the main event.
Look, I'm just gonna say it right now. If you're mentioning AEW stars to me, I only know very little of them.
And John Cena, face to face tonight.
Olympic athlete? Oh, hell no, I wouldn't know about that at all either. But honestly, WWE is still trying to recruit Olympic athletes because it didn't work out. It didn't work out for that other guy. I forgot what his name is. Damn it, I forgot what his name is. But that Olympic athlete that won wrestling for the U.S. and he was going to, be the next. He was going to be the next one to be in WWE. I think maybe in the next 2 years. But they dropped him. Okay, I'm not even a WWE fan, and I know Gentella. It will. I guess she didn't make an impact on me. I'm sorry, only 3 superstars made an impact on me on Evolve, and that was Carly Bright and Kendall Gray, and this girl, I think her name is Chantel Monroe. Yeah, I think those 3 really made an impact on me. Just JC Mateo is the new guy in Bloodline. Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember now. But frankly, I don't really care for his character right now, so that's why I'm not really keen on memorizing his name that much. I just say new guy that Solo brought in. That's how much his character is now resonating to me. should also say before it goes up again, Stephanie Bakir is now on the Raw roster. Courtesy of Adam Pearce's Instagram page, he said that Stephanie Bakir is not only on the Raw roster now, but she'll be in the qualifying match with Liv Morgan and Ivy Nile next Monday. So that's for the last spot, I think, at least. I gotta remember who's in this match. It's Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, and Alexa Bliss, and damn it, who else? Well, now Naomi, but
Fanatics Fest in New York is
who's the
already a
other
stacked
one?
lineup, but listen to this, because we just added to it. Randy Orton and Bianca Belair. It's going to make for a more unforgettable weekend. Don't miss your chance to meet them live. The ultimate event for sports fans and collectors. It's at the Javits Center in Manhattan, June 20th through the 22nd.
I'll just say this. If y'all don't know, I am currently making a goal on my Ko-Fi account. So check out my Ko-Fi in the link below my channel description. Check the link for my Ko-Fi to help try and give me the ultimate, help me try to give the ultimate gift to my brother and make him meet Tom Brady. So click on my Ko-Fi and donate anything, or just check it out and share, please, so I can try and get as much donation as possible, so I can give my brother the ultimate Father's Day gift and send him to Fanatics Fest to meet Tom Brady. Thank you for listening.
There's no need to be so ugly about this. Look, no one's getting stripped or suspended. You can talk about a rematch down the road, but in the meantime, you have to
that rainbow mask is something.
So, you're saying you're going to do nothing to reprimand Zelina for this?
No. Do you know what? If you're not going to do something about this, we will. Yeah. Zelina versus Alba.
Chelsea knows this.
What?
Alba against Zelina. I actually like the sound of that. I will make that official right now if you do one thing for me.
What?
Please leave me alone.
Go away. Get the hell away from my office.
I'm standing by with the WWE Women's Champion.
He really did give it some time, but
Tiffany, Money in the Bank is
entering,
right around
he
the
is
corner.
great,
As we
super
know, you
athletic.
successfully cashed in your own contract to become WWE
He can do
Women's
better stuff
Champion.
like the
But
Rock.
how are you
Whatever.
handling the pressure of knowing that the same thing?
I don't doubt athleticism as far as new wrestlers come and go, but I just need to know, if their character will make an impact on me or not.
Let's be honest,
But so far it hasn't.
I've always been the girl that everyone's been obsessed with. So whoever tries to cash in on me would be making a big mistake.
If you thought Nia was a problem, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm going to win Money in the Bank and cash in for that title where I want and when I want. And in case you forgot, little Miss Tiffy, when I was fighting for the championship, you stayed in my way. You want to know what happened when people play with me? Just ask Gina.
I wouldn't be too worried about her in the bank. I would be worried about me winning Money in the Bank.
Alexa Bliss,
Yeah. I think Tiffany's way more afraid of Alexa than Naomi.
June 7th from LA. And on that day, remember, is Worlds
Now this is a blonde versus blonde battle that I can actually get by, and I wouldn't care who wins, unlike Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton.
In an outrageous matchup of talent spanning multiple brands, Ray Phoenix, Javon Evans, Laredo Kid.
That match reminds me of Daffy Cody Rose
Four-way
storyline. Yeah,
NXT North American Championship are just 8 days away. Let's take a closer
Now Chelsea
look at
Green
this
showing
matchup.
Pride Month support early.
Worlds colliding from LA. I find this to be a fascinating matchup in this fatal four-way.
But honestly, I'll be honest, because Carmella did that similar phase. Carmella did that similar phase with the glitter face mask, and I did not like it at all. Face masks should just stay black or clear. Never put glitter on those. Never put glitter or bedazzled on any of those, because it'll just make it look ugly. Just keep it basic, clear or black, like the medical professionals, like, you know, give you. You don't have to have it, like, you know, custom made to your liking.
Calculating Ethan Page, the new NXT North American champion. That title is going to get its first defense at Worlds Collide. Cannot wait.
Yeah, the one-time NXT
So he advised I'm not going to stream Worlds Collide because I need my YouTube in order to watch that.
Tonight we get Ray
But I will. Oh, that's a nice sight to see. Javon Evans is going to fight tonight with Ray Phoenix. That's great to see. But as I was saying, I won't stream Worlds Collide, but I will stream Money in the Bank. Don't worry. So I will stream Money in the Bank.
Coming your way when we come back.
You see, that song is what you call this song. It sounds like what you call this song.
No, it sounds like.
Zelina Vega is a little bit.
No, it don't. So it's confirmed that Stephanie Bakir will be at Raw and Jordan Grace will be in SmackDown. So those are the two confirmed NXT superstars to be moving to the real brand. And it could probably be good for Jordan Grace to be on SmackDown because she could start a rivalry again with Naomi. Because the last time Jordan Grace fought Naomi in TNA was, I think Naomi was the babyface at the time, and maybe Jordan Grace was too, but I'm not really sure because I like, you know, had no idea who she was until she actually came. I had no idea who she was until, like, you know, I saw her that time in Royal Rumble when she came. But they had a rivalry in TNA together, and Naomi won the title from her at the time. And now that Naomi's healed, maybe it could work again, but a little better. Because Jordan Grace is a heel in NXT right now. So now that Jordan Grace is a babyface in NXT, and Naomi's a heel in SmackDown, and now that Jordan Grace is going to SmackDown, it could work better. I like the beat. You can sing through it. Yeah. It gives me an Afro. It gives me a little bit of Afro beat. A little bit. But like I said, nothing compares to the Peacock waiting music. Nothing compares to the Peacock waiting room music. I'll always like that music better.
Atlanta in July, that's going to be the place to be on the 12th and the 13th. A non-stop excitement. You got Saturday night's main event. And then
Jordan Grace is already on the main roster. Yeah, now they officially announced it. She was. They were. All they said though at the time was that she's going to the main roster. They didn't say where, but now they said where.
At On Location, EXP.com/WWE. R-Truth, who just stumbled into a little something backstage, reacting to Solo Sikoa.
In light of what I just saw, Javon Evans is going to fight with Rey Fenix against Los Garza today. Now Javon Evans might come to the real brand too. He might come to SmackDown, but I have no idea who he would fight against though. She didn't get a chance for her rematch. Well, if she's moving to this brand, I guess it doesn't really, it doesn't really concern with her that much. She would probably only care if she was still on the NXT roster.
JC Mateos had 2 official matches, and in both instances, we've been impressed with the pure power, the explosiveness, the tour of islands that he has toppled LA Knight with, and then last week, team with Jacob Fatu, defeating Jimmy Uso and Rey Fenix.
Yeah, he's had a massive impact since debuting, a major acquisition by Solo after his group were decimated through injuries.
Not Solo Sikoa. They're probably laughing.
On the muscle
I thought I saw him laughing.
Is a central piece to Sikoa's game plan.
He's talked about getting the family back to where it belongs with a crowd. Did he ever send R-Truth into that corner?
JC Mateo is just an earth mover of a human being. As wide as he is tall.
This is my favorite WWE wrestler right now.
As
always, Rhea Ripley.
And R-Truth getting shook back to reality before our eyes.
He has that body type, a shape like a box, a big square of muscle. He's a 2004 Summer Olympian, and he is so explosive with this time, R-Truth. Smart to get out of the way. Naomi comes in with the shoulder. And again.
When's the last time R-Truth won a singles match?
I
don't know. I could have sworn it was a joke. I could have sworn because it was a joke that he got a. I could have sworn that he won a match because, it was.
Body type, size, and power. Well, the freewheeling R-Truth a little ahead
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't it with Butch and he won because he was with the storyline with somebody else at the time and he got a quick roll up out of him? I guess that's considered the one time.
Truth, a week removed from being in against Cena.
You really tried though. You lifted him off the ground, so that's. See, I told you Solo was laughing. You lifted him off the ground. You could have made it. You really could have. Your just legs gave out when you were trying. That was great. Yeah, I knew it would end that way, but. My like Jacob Fatu. You know what I mean?
Little Jimmy and our truth's imaginary crew of friends could not help tonight. JC Mateo
He's an honorable mention for me, but
devastation.
my top two guys, my top three guys will always be Damian Priest, Dominic, and Roman Reigns.
Oh, no. Jimmy's on the way.
Yeah, Jimmy Uso was protecting R-Truth this whole time, so.
Who Solo Sikoa has trained to woo back into his group.
Jimmy Uso was looking after R-Truth this whole time, so it's only a matter of time before.
Mateo comes right in. JC attacks from behind.
And Solo Sikoa is yelling at JC.
There's a master plan for Solo that he wants.
Solo Sikoa wants Jimmy Uso back in the fold, but JC Mateo is ready to fight anything that moves.
He has said it is time to come home before.
I don't know if what I said before is actually true, but that's like, the last person that, I can remember who fought Truth before was Butch. But I have no idea whether he actually won it or not. But if he did, I think it was just a quick roll-up just to, just to embarrass Butch at the time. But otherwise, I don't know if that's real. Push or no push, R-Truth will always be relevant no matter what. He's like one of those superstars who can never be pushed and will still always see him no matter what. And we'll always like seeing him. And most superstars can't do that. Most superstars who be off the face of TV for a certain amount of time and then just all of a sudden pop right back in and we'll just automatically love them. Not all superstars can do that. They'll be like, who are you again? Or try to boost up their momentum again. They have to go back to square one. Solo Sikoa trying to bring Jimmy into Bloodline 2.0. Nope, because that's gonna make Tama Tonga feel a certain way. It's gonna make Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa feel some type of way when they come back, because they have this JC guy now, but whoever the second final spot goes to is going to be like, yo, you replaced us. Why? Because Jacob Fatu is starting to outgrow Solo Sikoa. He's becoming tiresome of him, and rightfully so. But once Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa come back, and Tama Tonga is supposed to come back sometime in August, supposedly. So they said Smackdown would go back to being 2 hours, but they they said like they're reconsidering that because
My return.
they said that they're gonna
to
continue
WWE.
going on with 3
I
hours
told people
from
till
this
I
moment
was
on.
blue in the face how I felt it was
So
going to go.
I guess like
how I
they're
thought people would react to me.
they're having
How
second
were
thoughts.
you feeling about WrestleMania 38?
So I was super excited about it
August,
all.
he
I know we
injured.
had gone through
I know,
crazy turmoil.
It's
to
been
get,
mad
like,
times
I mean,
since
I
War
feel like it
Games,
was, like,
so
weeks leading
that's
up to
like
it that
the
we were like,
rumored
is this
time that
gonna
he would come
happen?
back,
And
and
I
that's
knew that there
SummerSlam
were
time.
nerves and there
So
was
I
anxiety,
can
and we were having
assume
these conversations of
like
what if. And I just remember you saying,
if Bronson
what
Reed
if
come back,
they
if
grew?
if
And I
Bronson
just
Reed
said,
came back,
they're
then
not.
obviously
It's WrestleMania. I knew
Tama
that
Tonga and
wasn't gonna
Tangaloa
happen.
can't be
And
far
I'm
behind
so
because
focused
they
in.
got
I'm
injured in War
sitting
Games too.
right next to, I'm in the middle of The Undertaker and Stephanie McMahon, and I have no idea. And then like it took that second for like, boom, American Nightmare hits the screen. Just everybody just lost their complete minds.
Because those three guys got injured at War Games, but if Bronson Reed was able to return now in late May, then obviously Tama Tonga and Tangaloa can come back in August, SummerSlam time.
Superstars and legends, everything from the ring and beyond. And new episodes drop every other Wednesday on YouTube. And of course, coming up later tonight,
Do I
everybody's
like SmackDown 3
anticipating
hours?
this.
Sure,
The man who says
I
he's
don't
set
care.
to ruin us. The former champ.
I get watch hours either way, so it don't matter to me.
John Cena, face to face here in Knoxville later on SmackDown.
It just makes me wonder why can't Raw be 3 hours too? Because I told you Netflix allowed them to have 4 hours, so they can technically go on for till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, but they choose not to. It's still too much toggling to watch WWE. Why can't they stay on the WWE app? That app got shut. The WWE app got shut down, I think literally last summer. Or I think sometime this year. I think it shut down I think in March.
Wait, I sit back and I think where we just were with the Street Profits, a week ago, the two of us were in the midst of broadcasting that thrilling World Championship match against Braxia. And Montez Ford was climbing up there, possibly to cap it all from the heavens. And then
I laid Smackdown on you while we were off. Oh, that's cute. Now get me a title belt so I can wrap it around your neck to make you go GTS. How about that?
They held on to it by default. It's not the kind of victory they would have wanted, or retention, I should say. But that scene of sheer chaotic devastation caused by the Wyatt Six still needs some explanation.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Street Profits look too clean.
And what I have too.
Yeah,
Let me wrap it up real fast.
always sophisticated.
This tag team division that we're a part of, the greatest tag team division on any brand, any promotion, is on fire
Freaky
right
fight.
now.
No, I was thinking
But just
more
like the Guerrilla
of
fears us, make no
a
mistake
coma.
about it. Let's not forget who's leading the charge right now. The Street Profits.
I mean, hey, we got all these teams coming at us right now. You got DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Fraxium, and now the Wyatts.
Sick. But you know what? Basically what Big Bro is saying
Yes,
is...
it's sick. Yes, some people are sick on here.
We'll happily defend these tag team championships against anybody.
Oh no, that terrible Axiom music. That terrible Fraxium music. Tell me why I remember Fraxium's new horrible music. Only because of their stupid Titantron, I memorized it, unfortunately.
challengers, Nathan Fraser and Axiom.
I mean, arguably, Fraxium were closing in on victory last week. We're in the death throes of the matches before that huge opportunity was ripped away from them.
It must be orange themed tonight. I guess so,
Right.
but
Well, since you're out here talking about defending
but
those
orange
titles,
doesn't look that good on
yeah, me and my amigo here didn't exactly get a
Montez.
fair
No
shake
offense.
last week, so.
That's like
Fraxium.
in the tux. I don't think I would like. You know,
Congratulations to you guys. You got
I don't think I've really been a fan of colored tux. The only colors that, like, you know, bright colors that look good on tuxes are red and blue. Those are the only good, like, you know, bright colored tuxes that I like. I never heard of an orange
Maybe
tux,
you did. But maybe you
except
didn't.
on Halloween, maybe.
And I guess thanks to the Wyatts, we will never know.
Yeah, and now that those shenanigans from last week are behind us, I think it's fair to say that Fraxium and the Street
Better stop
Profits
before I eat. To that I say, because that's how I feel when you say more words about me and you together.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt, but Fraxium, let me see if I got this right. So
I
your
like
entire
Fraxium
basis
arguably better,
for
so.
getting a rematch is that the Street Profits never beat you, is that right? Let me rack my brain, but last time I checked, Street Profits, you never beat us. So, if you're gonna hand out title matches, we'll take one.
Oh, I know I'm safe, so I don't have to worry about being safe.
We're not going to be quiet about it.
You should ask yourself, are you safe around someone with how
you losers have had, like,
with
a
how you
million
talk around me, a
chances.
stranger?
And you nerds, didn't you just get here?
Whoa, that they just got here? See, I think you just got here, so why don't you do us all a favor and just shut up, Candace?
Honestly.
Hey, you shut up, idiot, okay? You shut up. The reason we had to bring in my beautiful wife here is to even the odds against whatever this is, okay? It's obvious. Everyone can see. There's a conspiracy in the tag team division to hold down the BTT ITW. And now, with the Wyatt Six showing up,
Ixnay on the family. We don't talk about them. Forget that he said that. Scratch that. Back to business. You have all killed the tag team division that we built. Matter of fact, let's hold a moment of silence right now for the death of the Smackdown tag team division. Everybody stand up. Bow your heads. A moment of silence begins now.
Yeah, I forgot about the Wyatt Six, but I'm glad they're back.
Although Wyatt Six are here, Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six.
I always say how Bo Dallas has no more braids on his like, you know, Uncle Howdy wig, because I understand why. I know he wanted to make the braids to tribute Bray, but I understand why. I understand why he like let it be loose. I understand why he let the braids go loose, because those, not only are those braids heavy, but as they're slapping your neck constantly, that would not only make it itchy, but that would make it, like, you know, you could possibly have a rash, and that's not good. So that's why I understand why he make his hair go loose.
Sister Abigail, Howdy delivers.
He just crimped it up to make it look like braids. Yeah. Well, that was quick. But all in all, I'm obviously biased to Bray Wyatt, so I definitely are on Team Wyatt 6 with this. But if Raxium wins, that's good for them too. So those are my top 2 picks. I just feel bad that the Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns have to be in the crossfire with all this. So is Raxium, but whatever. No, it's no hard feelings, right? Jump along in the crossfire. Only DIY deserves the beating from Wyatt Six, really. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this little theory that, like, you know, that kind of spoke out to me, but you know how Alexa Bliss is trying to make friends with Charlotte, supposedly? Well, there's a theory that she's probably only making friends with Charlotte because Charlotte is possibly going to be a vessel for Lily, because you know how with the Wyatt Six, basically all the people and all the little puppets from the Firefly Funhouse came to life. So now they want to make Lily come to life, but Alexa Bliss needs a vessel, and she's possibly going to choose Charlotte as a vessel. And I don't know how that'll work, but like, I'm just like, you know, it's not a bad idea though. I'm just saying, I don't know how Charlotte will make that work, but if she's that desperate to save her career, then yeah. Like, you know, change her gimmick like she should have done years ago, then yeah. She'll try this. Charlotte being called Lily.
Special night here in Knoxville. We are on Rocky Top. Over 100,000 filled Saturday afternoons for SEC football there. And then here inside Thompson Bowling Arena, the 7th edition of Smackdown to come here to Knoxville. We have the largest WWE crowd ever. Over 14,600 packing this place on a night when Cody Rhodes and John Cena will be face to face later tonight. Meanwhile, moments ago, this is what happened.
Well, every tag team in the Smackdown division was out here, but the shocking moment, once again, the Wyatt Six hit the scene and caused utter devastation, attacking everything that moves. We still don't know what the motivations are, but we do know what effects this group has. They have completely wiped out every top team, and Nikki Cross once again gives me the heebie-jeebies. Capped off by this Sister Abigail, by Uncle Howdy himself. What to make of this? So many questions, we need answers.
You're so right about Nikki Cross. You're sitting here broadcasting, all of a sudden you look off your left elbow, she's right on top of things.
Angel and Berto with Santos Escobar. Legado del Fantasma. They are set for action.
Trio with Legado del Fantasma will be taking on Triple A's Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown at Worlds Collide.
They're sending a message to the whole tag team. The whole tag team division.
Is the new NXT North American champion,
Ethan Page.
Congratulations, what a week on you.
Hey, thank you so much. What a year for me, if I'm being honest.
I agree. Congratulations on your 12-month
Ethan Page is here
capped off by capturing
to observe Javon Evans and Rey Fenix.
I don't know if the title has ever looked better on anybody than that on you. He's
Couldn't agree more.
Defeated Ricky Saints. First time winning that title, of course, the one-time NXT champion as well.
Now looking at Rey Fenix entrance. I told you what.
Rey Fenix, who's been more than just a thorn in the side to Legado del Fantasma. He stopped Santos and Berto in singles action. Great 2 weeks ago, we were on the call as he earned a tag team victory against Los Garza as well.
Santos Escobar's clearly been impressed by Rey Fenix, attempted to bring him into the fold of Legado del Fantasma, but was rebuffed by Phoenix, and now there's some major bad blood between Legado del Fantasma and this scintillating luchador.
Bouncy. Your boy is bouncy. I swear, if they change Javon Evans when he gets to the real brand, I'm going to be angry. If you thought I crashed out to Fraxium's music change, I'm going to crash out even worse to Javon's music being changed because his music is perfectly fine.
Bouncy, the young rising star, Javon Evans. He has dropped jaws at NXT. He's springy.
And fine, if they really have to change it, at least don't get rid of the bouncy line. You.
Javon Evans here on Smackdown.
If you've not seen Javon Evans before, get ready to be shocked. NXT, voice of NXT, Vic Joseph, has been singing this man's praises for monstery now.
It don't matter if he does, Ma.
What is possible in that ring. And let me turn over to you, Ethan Page. You are taking on two of those men who are tagging together now, Rey Fenix and Javon Evans, along with Laredo Kid at Worlds Collide in just over a week's time. Who are you most concerned by of that trio?
Listen, I wouldn't say concerned, but I'm here to specifically scout Rey Fenix. He came into my home turf. He came into my home turf to say hello to the new champ. I wanted to come to his and say hello to his face.
We've got the best seat in the house right now to see exactly what this man can do.
Phoenix off to a good start against Angel. Oh, but the headbutts come right in there, and now here comes Javon Evans and Berto.
First taste of the young OG.
Berto beat down on Evans early on, trying to establish the tone. Javon Evans, who on that WrestleMania weekend was in that memorable triple threat that Femi took to stand and deliver. Now here he is with Worlds Collide right around the corner. That's going to be a thriller.
His dreads are even longer than, like, you know,
and then Money in the Bank.
At the time, Kofi Kingston.
Looking to step it up too. They want to take back control of the world on Lucha World. That boy bouncing Rana.
The springboard off the ropes, Hurricane Rana. That boy bouncy Rana indeed. Javon Evans.
And even Ethan Page has to be impressed with that. Ethan, you're in your 12-month NXT anniversary. How come Ethan Page has had so much success so quickly?
Oh, well, people get it wrong. They say that I take shortcuts, but actually I just choose the right road to travel on, and it's led me to a lot of success.
Smart man, Coleman calculated, and now Ray Phoenix heading the same way for that success. Berto nowhere to hide.
Into the cover.
Yeah, that double kick was kind of cool.
Early on here.
Later with us, Joe Tessitore, Wade Barrett, as we are joined by the NXT North American Champion, Ethan Page, here ringside on the call for this action between Ray Phoenix, Javon Evans, Angel Berto.
Yeah, what an honor to have the champion with us, getting his.
I usually don't say much about the men's clothing, but I'm not really a fan of Ray Phoenix's match today, as well as his attire that matches it. I felt like it should be a darker orange. Like, obviously, orange goes with black, but he has a little bit too light. If it was darker, I feel like it would be better.
Social media, that's for sure. How can you not be blown away with what Ethan Page has achieved in Orlando thus far? And now he's going global.
Garza trying to maintain momentum here against the young Javon Evans. Doubling up the kick.
Well, things are turning south in a hurry for young Javon. After an incredible start, it seems Legado del Fantasma have completely figured this young man out. That is the smarts of Santos Escobar, the emperor of Lucha Libre. Getting back, as he says, to run in the bingo.
Oh, Evans just ate a big elbow right there.
ACDC.
And I'll say this, Santos Escobar completely fired up on the outside. Cool, calm, and collected, though. Oh! Commentary guest, Ethan Page. And Ethan Page really making Legado del Fantasma.
He did an impact there. Honestly, I think they did that for me. It was right in front of me. Almost fell in my lap. That was incredible.
Wiping out one of your opponents from
My answer will never change.
From tomorrow, surely you must be loving the destruction of the body of Javon Evans.
Please keep it going.
I need to relax for a little. I can't just keep sitting crisscross all the time.
Santos Escobar enjoying what he is seeing here in this tag team match in Knoxville, Tennessee. Javon Evans, a 6'1", super springy athlete from North Carolina. He's been tearing it up at NXT. Really struggling.
Well, this is an experience thing
but you know she about to stop and make a family. Really, because the last I heard, Rhea Ripley said that she, as much as like, you know, she would love to make a family with Buddy Murphy, she said she doesn't want to, like, you know, like have the lifestyle of her kids, like, you know, moving from place to place just because her, like, you know, mommy and dad have a job where they have to do a lot of traveling. She said some like superstars can do it, but she don't want to. She's like, babe, that's why she envies people like Becky Lynch who could do that. But she said she would never do that to her kids, so that's why she's like, you know, holding off on the idea. I gotta reset. Right, okay. I don't know if her answer changed. That's just all what I heard the last time she was mentioned, if she'll have kids.
Promotional worlds collide.
Well, I'll give some credit to Javon Evans there. Los Garza connecting with that Garza special. Wasn't quite enough to put the young OG away, but he is fading, and he's fading fast. Once again, Santos Escobar perhaps inspired by the chaps at a ringside, barking orders to his man. The results for Los Garza of late have not been good enough. Need to step up in a big way ahead of Worlds Collide.
Javon Evans has to dig really deep here. Oh! I mean, inches! Just what are you laughing at? It's just a matter of inches, but what effort? Ethan.
Oh, every inch matters.
Just brilliant there from Berto. Great reactions, but didn't have the reactions to block that last second kick there from Javon Evans. The window's open. Ray Phoenix is ready, and this place will come unglued.
What do I think about John Cena now? Nothing really changed in my opinion, except that his heel turn is like growing stale for me, but I'll always think the same thing I always thought of John Cena. So nothing really changed in my opinion of John Cena. Come on. Don't do this to me now.
Right.
And now the kick is out.
Phoenix doing it all on his own right now. This might be what you have to look forward to.
Evan, he cool, but they need to stop cutting people and stuff. That's what happens, unfortunately. I'm watching the match. It's just that the sound is off. Just for a few seconds.
Confidence for another 8 days.
Might be wrong, Tess, but I'll let you have it.
I'm going with Ethan Page on this one. It's always awesome when he's in a building.
Big week for Ethan Page. This season's a big year for Ethan Page.
No, it's a big week for the industry when Ethan Page.
What about the Bloodline?
You're dang right. Huge week for NXT, too. Ooh.
Hey, you mean so Sikoa's what he called a bloodline? It's stupid. And besides, it won't work that long anyway because Jacob Fatu is about to leave his ass. Bringing that JC guy did nothing for me either.
Angel just about
they give a Roman
unorthodox offense.
I don't know. Roman Reigns has to come back anyway to stop Seth Rollins from trying to win that Money in the Bank briefcase because he ain't finna win that. CM Punk returned, then that obviously means Roman Reigns is not far behind.
Before trying to line it up, but instead, here comes Phoenix.
Well, Phoenix knew exactly what was coming there and knew he had to stop it in its tracks. Well, this one was going to get away from the team of Javon Evans and Ray Phoenix in a hurry.
Tightrope and a stomp. And now, Javon is going to fly.
Wow.
It's working fine. It's just the sound is out of sync. That's just what I hate doing. Jeff Cobb was in Libre Wrestling, so he's good. I'm not doubting his athleticism. I'm just saying his character is not resonating to me at the moment. So, whenever I say I don't care that much about a new superstar, that's only because their character is not resonating to me. But I'm not overlooking their athleticism. I always give credit for superstars' athleticism, despite my biased opinion.
Just got a little preview of Worlds Collide right there. Ethan Page out of his chair, squaring off. So wait, oh no, Ethan Page slams Phoenix and sends him over our announce desk. Oh, and he is a huge super kick.
His glasses just went flying 10 feet as Javon is laying him out.
Phoenix is down. Ethan Page is down.
There's a roll-up. There's a roll-up.
Attempting to steal a quick one was Berto, but too fast is Javon Evans.
Red Dot Evans, and the big kick on the outside. And the young, rising star is putting on a show. Oh, what is Page doing?
What distraction from
Ma, he wasn't gonna win at first, Ma.
What in the world is Ethan Page doing?
Well, he shouldn't have squared off to Ethan Page, who was minding his own business.
MTY Los Garza.
That's what you get.
That was a spectacular show.
I like John Cena's heel character. It's intriguing. The reason why people are getting tired of his heel run is because The Rock hasn't gotten involved in the storyline. That's not why. That's not why for me. It's just the fact that he could get attacked multiple times in his promo, and then when it comes to the actual match, he shows, like, you know, he shows that he can handle himself just fine. And that's like, you know, that's like stupid to me. The whole point of being a heel is to outsmart them from start to finish, not just outsmart them the moment it happens.
Great there.
I'm not going to complain at all about
Unless that's called like, oh dear. Wyatt Six. Trick in the trickery. Oh dear. We won't stop till we get what's owed.
What's owed? I don't know what's owed.
And not the Wyatt Six interrupting Wade Barrett and Joe Tessitore right in the middle of speaking. They were literally speaking about something and then they just interrupted them. Because I can see people, like, you know, getting too caught on the idea because The Rock is not, like, you know, involved in John Cena's storyline anymore, that they can overlook, like, you know, how his promos are. Like, they're too bent on the idea that The Rock will return, but I'm not counting on The Rock to return anytime soon. So that's not, like, you know, like, that's not what I'm counting on to save John Cena's storyline. I'm counting him to save his own storyline until The Rock comes here, because that's the job of the superstars when it comes to someone like The Rock boosting them. Certain he'll return, but I'm not counting on his return just to make John Cena, like, you know, have that hype again. I need him to continue to the hype train until his return. Otherwise, it won't work at all. Is my stream okay? Why? What's wrong with it? Were you worried because I had to reset the, you know, the server? Yeah, that always happens. That always happens on Fridays. It's like, you know, it's like a, you know, a certainty. It just, I know it'll happen. I just never know when. So it could have best timing and it could have worst timing. worry. That's why I got the Xbox controller on standby in case that happens. Randy Orton been gone for weeks. Yeah, I know. But they don't know what to do with him yet. They'll find out eventually, though. I don't think he should be gone that long. For all we know, he could probably be in that qualifying match. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not saying for certainty. And if anything, maybe Randy Orton will be heel again and go against Cody Rhodes, because that was the first plan they had before John Cena, was Randy Orton to turn heel and go against Cody Rhodes. That's always been teased for a long time.
Access, the unmatched service, the great experiences. You can find your package at onlocationexp.com/WWE. We have a record.
What about Kevin Owens when he comes back? Well, you're gonna have to wait until next year, most likely, because he hasn't even. He was just on Twitter, I think, what, like maybe 2 months ago or a month ago. I'm not sure, but he was. He was on Twitter a month or two ago saying how he hasn't had surgery yet, and he's still talking plans of how, like, you know, fast he can have the surgery and how it'll affect, like, you know, how long he's gonna, like, you know, how long it's gonna take for him to recover and then come back, because he wants it to be as fast as possible. But, you know, that's not always a guarantee, so you just gotta be careful.
Zelina Vega. What do you mean by that? She earned her way to the title and has retained it, having just defeated Chelsea Green.
A woman has been disfigured thanks to our United States champion.
The physicality of this game you have to deal with, and Chelsea Green is dealing with the realities now with a broken nose. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
But you know what? I forgot to mention this about Chelsea Green, but when they did a backstage segment after her match when her nose was broken, she grabbed a hair razor and she was about to shave off her head. So I'm wondering if that's like a foreshadow. She's gonna have a Britney moment to just shave off her head.
Listen, I give credit to any warrior who steps through the ropes. You can see the bruising around the eyes. You can see the rope. I don't need this. I don't need Chelsea on stick.
Thank you very much, Chelsea. Wow, you're holding from the face.
Take this
so
off.
much
I'm sure
better.
you want it as a collector.
I'll keep that one, yeah. They're going on eBay later. Nice. And look, here's the deal. When it comes to the secret herb, you don't desecrate the breathing apparatus of an entertainment goddess like Chelsea Green and get away with it. Alba
Oh dear.
doing exactly what she's employed to do right
Oh dear, did Zelina have a nip slip?
Zelina Vega early in this non-title match here.
The screen went black.
Underdog who answers every call. Time and again, so gritty.
Well, this is one she should not have answered. She should have stayed home, where it's much
Some haters
safer.
don't like Zelina Vega's US title reign. I can only say I partially don't like it because she just won it too easily. I wanted her win to be more special, but they didn't do that. I felt like WWE really just gave her the title so they could shut the fans up. So they could shut the fans up saying like, oh, Zelina Vega needs a push, and now they're basically saying, okay, you got one. Now, what the hell else do you want from us? That's basically how I feel. But I don't care. I'll always love Zelina Vega. You can't stop me from liking Zelina Vega. She don't have to have a push for me to always like her.
And a point to prove this evening in front of Chelsea Green.
Incredibly skilled, of course. Another opportunity for Zelina.
She's great at fighting, and she's a cosplayer. I can only dream to be a great fighter and to cosplay as good as her.
The Green regime over the past several weeks. handing L after L after L. Well, that has to stop tonight.
The victory against Piper Niven, the 3 consecutive victories against Chelsea Green, what we saw at Saturday night's main event down there in Tampa, retaining the Women's United States Championship. And now Fire turning it right around into that corner and slamming Zelina Vega.
And you just see every single time Vega starts to get a little head of steam, she gets shut down by the much more powerful Alba Fire.
She puts herself in position, and Alba Fire rolls out of the ring.
Little regroup on the outside. Piper Niven, fellow Secret Service member, talking some tactics, and it's tactics that are paying off.
And like that.
It's what you call a pendulum bullhammer. Right to the
Julia
jaw.
might get a chance for the United States Championship. She pins Zelina Vega.
Yeah,
but we won't know what Julia will do until after Money in the Bank because she's a part of that match. So
Zelina Vega able to counter.
They'll figure out what to do with her once Money in the Bank ends.
Chelsea's up on the apron. She's lined up potentially for a 619, and Chelsea gets up on the apron.
Well, Chelsea has
and then Piper trips her up as she was revving the engine.
There you go, devastation. That one was very close to the nose there. And right now, we are pledging allegiance to the green regime.
Green regime. That's funny. Mommy, what's that in the oven that you've been having for hours and hours? What's been in the oven that's been on hours and hours? That likes wrestling, you, my dear, will make a man very happy someday. That's the understatement of the century. 5 years single and counting. And it's by choice, not by anything else.
Here in Knoxville, the passing crowd of 14,000 600 as Zelina Vega, the Women's United States champion, in there against Alba Fire. After that one right there, Chelsea Green a week ago. Her
Hey,
nose was
Chelsea.
broken
I know
when she was
that rainbow
defeated
mask is
by
something.
Zelina Vega. Then earlier tonight,
But
complaining
I
that
didn't like the bedazzled mask on Carmella, and I don't like it on Chelsea Green either. So it don't hit. So the bedazzled mask will never make an imprint on me. Either go clear or black.
You're just deserves for a ruthless, barbaric attack on Chelsea Green at Saturday night's main event.
Always marvel though how the diminutive Zelina Vega, with all that spirit, all that heart, constantly just tries to find a way to fight back, like moments
Hi
like
there.
that way, just like that.
Bouncing off the ropes,
the last
driving
match?
that knee into the side of
It's not even
Alba
over yet.
Fire
I said,
gets
who was the
a
last
little
match?
breathing room for Zelina
You don't know?
Vega.
No.
So you're watching
You
this
just sense
and you
that
don't know.
Zelina
Yeah, it's
Vega
because
is
I'm only
making
aware
this
of 2
beat
matches.
down
They're probably
worse
going
than
to
it ever
end it
had
with
to
the
be
John
by
Cena promo.
constantly kicking out and having the audacity to
John
fight
Cena
back.
is going face to face with Cody Rhodes, so that's probably what they're ending with.
Will be face to face later
Get
tonight,
out of
right here
here.
on Friday Night
Now you don't
Smackdown,
know.
live from
Watch.
Knoxville.
Because there wasn't really that much matches to begin with, so
So what? It's been a bunch of promos?
no, it's just been one qualifying match. There's still one more to go, and then it's just been fillers.
Jacob Fatu and them, right?
Yeah.
They fought already?
No.
So that's probably going to be the main event.
Yeah, the main event, I guess, but
Well, the pre-main event before the John Cena
yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Technically,
Vega can scramble like no
that's
other.
because Jacob Fatu is main
Get
event
out of
worthy.
here.
Now the scrappy women's titleist comes in with a clothesline and another.
It's all going wrong for the green regime once again. It's like deja vu when it comes to Zelina Vega.
Vega reaching for that right shoulder. She has taken so much punishment to this point. She comes flying into the corner and delivers the knees.
And yes, I have noticed that Zelina Vega is using that famous anime flower, but I always forget which anime it's from. I'm sorry that I don't remember where it's from. I think it's from Attack on Titan, but I haven't watched Attack on Titan, so I don't know for sure.
Well, that might have been Zelina Vega's biggest shot at victory here. She threw the big one. It wasn't quite enough. Alba Fire was just equal to it.
Meanwhile, Chelsea Green just incessant with her yelling right in the face of Zelina Vega.
No, because I'm not. I need my phone to do read. I can't even read.
Alba Fire's just too big and too strong
I can't use.
to take a move like that from
After
Zelina
that's
Vega.
not 2 hours.
Meanwhile, the
2
counter,
hours.
she
What
went
do
for
you
the
mean?
vertical
Wrestling
suplex.
finishes at
11.
10:30.
Now here goes Vega back
That's okay. That's an hour and a half.
right to the
Yeah,
top.
So afterwards,
Looking for the moonsault, but Alba
yes, but
rolls
I
out
told
of the
you.
way.
Yeah.
No, yeah. What's the heck?
So durable is Alba Fire.
Swanton bomb!
Devastating.
You telling me to buy stuff, you better help.
How in the world did Vega find a way out of that?
And that simply angers Alba Fire. He will take another look at Zelina Vega converting this suplex into a stunner, but then eating this huge swanton bomb, kicking out. And now finding herself majorly on the wrong side of the track.
Whoa.
Oh my God. Put it back on.
No, there's the broken nose.
Put it
Who's
back on.
Oh, she tried to use the mask as a weapon, but she smacked.
Your nose is gonna get broken again, jackass.
And now chasing Vega with that broken nose. Oh, that could have been dangerous as Alba nearly ran into the face. Code red! We got a code red! She did it again!
Oh dear, she looks more insane with it off. I think I take it back. She looks fine with the bedazzled mask on.
She always finds a way lately.
But you know what? That's only because she's wearing no makeup, and she has too much blush to give her the bags under her eyes. They obviously did a makeup effect there.
Look, tonight, we're going to follow the plan. If you follow the plan, we will win. No mistakes.
Oh boy, is that foreshadowing though that Chelsea Green is going to shave off her head.
Black mass after black mass after black mass after black mass, sacrificing myself for you. Do you understand that I gave up my chance to be in this match tonight?
I told you the Miz is going to get fed up.
You win this match tonight, and I will make sure that we are Mr. Money in the Bank. If we go on,
we.
Who do you think got you in this position? I did. Look, Mike, I appreciate everything you're trying to do for me. I appreciate you sacrificing yourself for me, taking the black mask multiple times, helping me win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. But nobody told you to do that. Look, I'm gonna run the play exactly like we designed it. But what brought me to the dance is my talent. It's the fact that I go out there and I do it better than anybody else does. I put up 40 points on the board on a bad day. I'm him. And I need for you to let me be him. You good? Let's do the thing, man. What is it? Melodon Miz, and we are...
See Melo's the Money Bank qualifier coming up. But Damian Priest is ready to move on.
Whoa.
What's next for Priest? We will hear from him live.
Hey, there's my bisexual Undertaker. I love that shirt. That's a new shirt that he got.
The 22nd at the Javits Center. Tickets on sale now at fanaticsfest.com.
Chelsea Green is so funny. Yeah, but is foreshadowing about shaving her head, like, you know, going too far. Would it help the storyline, or would it, like, you know, make the joke go too far? Get a wig. I don't know anything about that. I guess maybe. I don't know. I only said shave her head because she teased it backstage in Saturday Night Main Event. After the match, when Zelina Vega broke her nose, she was crying, and then she just saw a hair razor, and she just grabbed it, and Piper and Alba Fire stopped her. But she was, like, you know, like, trying to grab it consistently, so that's, like, you know, foreshadowing to me. And I'm like, will they actually go through with this again? Because it's very rare that they show, like, you know, the hair shaving anymore on WWE. I mean, it happened with you know, when Bayley was heel and she just cut off pieces of Shotzi's hair. But after that, you know, there hasn't been anything like that. because Shotzi kind of looked good bald, and when she was growing her hair back, she still, like, you know, styled it like as if she was, like, you know, just a bald person with a little bit of hair by spiking it up, because that's the only way she can make it look punk rock with having so little hair.
This incredibly special day coming up in 8 days from right now.
But Chelsea Green
June
could.
7th. Here's your full schedule for the weekend.
Well, would she actually shave Zelina Vega's hair?
That'll get underway at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 local time in LA, streaming on Pikay. But remember, Worlds Collide, 3 p.m. Eastern on the WWE YouTube channel. The post show, the full day, the countdown show starts at 5 Eastern. This is a spectacular day of action. Come your way next weekend, June 7th, from LA. Julia, Nia, on the other side.
Julia.
Throughout my entire career, even back when I started in Japan, I had one goal. It's not to be the best. Everyone say that. It's hollow and empty. My goal is to be indisputable. You can love me or hate me. Admiration.
You think Becky might be Lyra at Money in the Bank?
It means nothing.
I don't know, but if she does, it's only gonna make Bayley come back. Either way, I told you, Bayley is gonna come back and beat Becky because she's the one who attacked her at WrestleMania. So win or lose, Bayley's gonna come back. Either if Lyra has to win, she'll help Lyra, and if Becky wins against Lyra, she'll, like, you know, beat her to let her know that she's back and she's coming after her.
The question isn't who's going to let me. It's who's gonna stop me. 止めれるものなら止めてみな。I see you, Zelina. But I see subtitle more.
Hey, baby, you might be right then. But it's alright. It's all good because Julia's a deserving foe for the U.S. title. Chelsea Green had a good run. Unfortunately, if Zelina's title has to be short-lived, I at least say she had a good reign, as good as she can make it, at least.
When I think about this stretch that recently, what a long and damaging road to endure as we travel by grace. To meet Drew McIntyre every step of the way. Matchup.
Poor baby, I think he has a black eye.
No matter where or how, now with the last echo of a steel cage slam.
This was last Saturday night's main event, 12-month blood feud between these two coming to a head.
And yeah, Drew McIntyre is really gone. I thought it was just people bullshitting, but yeah, he's really gone because unfortunately, Drew McIntyre posted on his Twitter 2 weeks ago that there's a problem with his neck that caused for concern because he couldn't move his neck all the way to the left, and that, like, you know, made him really concerned. So he let WWE know, and you know they take neck injuries seriously, so they're giving him some, you know, they're giving him some time off away from TV to take care of that.
I beat Drew on Saturday. It's like I'm breathing in fresh air. You know, there was a time where if I lived on a street and we were beefing with another street, that war could go, man, that war could go for years. But in WWE,
That Julia video package was very well done. Yeah, it was. I'm glad.
But Drew and
I'm glad that Julia has gotten better with her English, because when she first came to WWE English, her English was very broken. But Io Sky has gotten better at her English too. Not as good as Asuka, though.
We went to war. At the end of this war, Saturday night's main event, I gave him a concerto, I walked out the door, and I put his ass in the past. Now, I know Drew is somewhere recovering from his scrambled brains, but I know he's watching. So I want to say something to you, Drew. I still can't stand your ass. But the Drew McIntyre that stepped in that cage wasn't the guy that hides behind his phone on social media. That was the old Drew, the warrior, and I appreciate that.
Hey, you had to be a little, he had to say something genuine there, but still same character.
For Damian Priest, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell the locker room. It's the same thing I wanted when I came to Smackdown. Championships. Now this war cost me an opportunity in being in Money in the Bank. But that doesn't mean I don't have my eyes on a certain champion. Somebody who I have unfinished business with, and a champion that I consider the most badass champion right now. Y'all know who it is? Jacob Fatu. Now, Jacob, I was.
Well, LA Knight has a chance. Well, LA Knight has a chance.
I know where you came from. I know what you had to live
You didn't have your
I know
chance,
what it
really,
feels like to
so
stand in
it's
this
fine.
ring. I know what it feels like to stand in this ring as a champion. Real talk. I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
LA Knight had his chance. You
That's
did
real.
it, so you could take a shot at it. Unfortunately, I'll root for Jacob
What I don't
Fatu. I'm
respect
sorry,
is the
Damian
crew
Priest,
that
but
follows you around.
that doesn't mean
Check
that I
What
don't wish the
don't
best for
respect
you
is the
either.
crew you follow around. At some point, you and I are going to get in this ring. We're going to handle business, but that's for you and me. And if your crew, your so-called family want to get involved, they can catch a fresh one too. I don't want it to be a nickname anymore. I don't want it to be a moniker. I want it to be a fact. Damian Priest is and forever will be El Campeón. Wepa! Damian Priest, the kind competitor who does not do wrong unless he's in possession of or in the hunt for
I love you.
gold. And he has a certain Samoan werewolf in his line of sight.
Come on, no.
Ask and ye shall receive.
This time it couldn't be better. Acknowledgement right there.
I'll see you around, Damian Priest.
The U.S. champ, Jacob Fatu, or Wade, as we often note when this moment happens, he's this human form of atmospheric change in the arena. The Samoan werewolf.
Yeah. About this match, I don't think Jacob Fatu will win. He don't need to win either. But Honestly, I think Carmelo has this because The Miz is going to help him probably.
Leaving Damian Priest for now because he has business to take care of.
I wish it could be Andrade for what it's worth, but it's gonna probably be Carmelo just because The Miz will probably help him. And if Zelina Sikoa is useful actually this time, it could be Jacob Fatu, but I doubt that because he has his champion and he doesn't necessarily need to be in this match.
Saturday night's main event. And in history-making all-women spectacle Evolution. 3 massive shows. 1 unforgettable weekend. Combo tickets on sale now.
I'm thirsty. I'm gonna get some soda. When Asuka comes back, because I want to see her and Julia cross paths, have a face to face. Yes, I know, we all do. But I told you, don't worry, Asuka is already set. She's locked in. She's been hanging around Kairi Sane and Io Sky too much lately, so she's coming soon, so don't worry. I told you, her coming back was either around late June or I'm saying late May or early June is her estimate time for returning, so if not during Money in the Bank, we'll definitely see her after.
Stephanie's Place is 10-episode ESPN original series, of course available on ESPN Plus, Hulu, Disney Plus.
We can't.
And the season finale came out Wednesday, and it features John.
Ma, we don't have SPN Plus.
John Cena, who's going to be face to face with Rhodes.
Yeah, if you have SPN Plus.
Andrade, former United States champion himself in there tonight in moments against the current United States champion.
It's not gonna be him, Ma. It's gonna be Carmelo. Not really when he's in a storyline with Los Fantasma. Los Fantasma. So that's the only reason why I don't see him. Showing American sponsors. So the Miz will probably turn on Carmelo Hayes, which will give Carmelo Hayes a babyface run again.
And Carmelo this time of year should bring back some great memories. Last year, won a Money in the Bank qualifying match, found a way to come up with a stunning win over Randy Orton.
Because the thing that killed Carmelo Hayes was his unnecessary heel turn. So the only way to make people forget about all this time is to have a reason to turn babyface again. This would be a reason why if the Miz turned on him. I mean, Miz is not entirely wrong for turning on him, but at the same time, he, like Carmelo said, didn't have to do all that.
Here. We got 4 of the spots for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match set. Seth Rollins, Penta, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, I like that you brought Solo Sikoa. How fascinating would it be to see Solo Sikoa and Fatu competing against each other in Money in the Bank? Do they team up? Do they rip each other apart? Does Fatu fall in line behind Sikoa? A lot of questions. Very intriguing.
Spark early out of Andrade in there against Jacob Fatu. Look at how quickly Andrade is managing with his ring generalship. Cross body comes flying in, looking to win this thing right away. But immediately Fatu kicks out and Carmelo Hayes goes on the attack.
So fast moving is Carmelo Hayes. Major history between him and Andrade. Of course, they had that best of 7 series last year. There was no satisfactory conclusion to it. Maybe we'll get one tonight. Oh, perfect timing from the Samoan werewolf.
That's one.
Just as Melo took flight. What a connection right at the point of the jaw.
And the chance of Fatu. Fatu. And he does that shake and shimmer. You know, oh, the Miz grabs his foot.
Oh, dear.
As he was lined up to come out and dive attack, and that's not going to go over well. Neville back in the ring, looking for the roll-up. But instead, Fatu hangs on to it.
I feel like the Miz is getting caught on purpose.
The Miz has body on the line to help Melo. He's taken black mass after black mass after black mass.
Carmelo needs to qualify into Money in the Bank and win.
Oh.
No, win, just qualify. Just so I can see the Miz crash out.
Start running, Miz. I don't think you're fast enough. That's the problem.
Oh! Andrade came diving into Fatu. Fatu met him with a right hand. Oh, and he sends the Miz right into the barrier.
Well, thanks for coming, Miz. Your
Yeah.
mentorship days.
Yeah.
Destructive running.
He's dead. He's dead. The Miz is... Yes. The Miz is dead.
There was a price to pay, Wade. There was a price to pay.
And if the Miz is really out, then Carmelo can definitely prove him wrong by doing this, mommy. If the Miz is out, mommy, for a long time, Carmelo can prove himself right now, ma. He don't need his help.
And now Melo is taking a peek over to make sure he's okay, and a headbutt comes crashing in on Melo.
Yeah, the desire to win Money in the Bank is so great
Because it's not like he saved him. It's not like he saved him from that, mommy. He got caught in there himself.
Who can change your entire life in an instant, and not in a good way.
Isn't that the truth? Oh, no. What's he doing? He's sending him over on our announce desk. Yeah, this just laid him out there.
This terrifies me. I do not like being in close proximity to Jacob Fatu. The one-man removal mode.
Melo was able to smash him from behind and curb that offensive attack.
Sometimes in life, horrible and unexplainable things happen. These things are a test of character.
Meanwhile, back in the ring, Andrade and Melo. Remember, for the majority of last year, they went back and forth with their 7-match series that was finally interrupted by LA Knight in the end, but it was a thriller.
Oh, these two hate each other. And they hate the fact that they're kind of about as good as each other. There's not a piece of paper that you can fit between them, but they can't both win this evening. Lady Guerrero shimmer there. I don't think a Mexican like Andrade would appreciate that.
Oh man. Fatu so explosive.
And once again, Fatu's ability to shrug off major attacks and bounce back like nothing has happened just leaves me slack-jawed.
He has incredible resistance and recovery as he smashes Andrade with the headbutt and delivers one to Melo as well. United States champion.
Hey.
All gas, no brakes, he declares.
I wouldn't want it any
All
other
gas,
way
no
than
brakes.
watching Jacob Fatu do his thing.
Big uppercut from Jacob Fatu, who just screamed out, Fatu, all gas, no brakes, as we are in the midst of this men's Money in the Bank qualifier triple threat match. Jacob Fatu on the attack, but the running hip
Oh my gosh, he saved himself.
And Carmelo Hayes.
Melo was trying to hold on
Julia
to
was looking at Zelina Vega, United States Championship. Yep, that's a tease if I ever saw it. But I said, that's all good because Chelsea Green had a good run, and if they really are so keen on the idea of Julia being champion, it's fine, I guess. But I'm just upset that Zelina Vega's U.S. title reign was half-assed by WWE, despite how popular she is. But unfortunately, that shouldn't. No matter how much we want to push Zelina Vega, it seems like they're not going to. No matter what her status is here.
Now been trying to step up to the very top level here with a victory against two opponents of this caliber.
Popularity means nothing to WWE, at least to a certain extent.
Earlier, when the Miz was out here to support him and stopped one of the offensive assaults of Jacob Fatu. Well, Jacob Fatu took care of that as he attacked the Miz with the big shot into the timekeeper barrier, and the Miz has been brought back for medical attention, so no advantage for Melo. As would you look at Andrade off the rope, but the senton from Fatu comes in.
Wow, you pull out a Spanish flight, you don't even get to do a pin, because Jacob Fatu turns up and wrecks shop.
I want you to pin me,
You went for broke, Andrade. It looked
I don't think Jacob Fatu is gonna win, and if he does, then I don't know.
Fatu has his prey lined up. Jump up moonsault opportunity is thwarted by Andrade.
Andrade lying in wait there. Perfect moment to strike. You have to pull off something special, something unanticipated against Jacob Fatu. Where are we going here?
Moonsault attempt, doubles it up.
Hey, that's great.
second. Melo saves it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Money in the Bank is the kind of matchup that's really going to suit the likes of Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Such great movers, such incredible reflex. We've got to qualify first, but we just saw those reflexes right there.
The reason why WWE might give Julia the United States title so she can bring it to Japan.
And in just moments, they will see Cody
Well, why?
Rhodes and John Cena.
Well, why put her back in Japan so soon? She literally only been out of it for 3 months.
In this triple threat to see who advances to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Or no,
Next
maybe
week
like half a year.
in LA,
That's
it's a
so even so, that's not still not that long.
Streaming on Peacock.
Double DDT there from
Could it be Melo?
Melo.
Jacob Fatu breaks it up.
Fatu on the back foot, and oh my. That is the last thing you want to look at. Those eyes burning a hole inside of you. Now it's time to prove you really are him. Boom, points and roll.
Oh my God.
Fatu's down.
Executed beautifully. And such an opportunity now for Melo. Into the cover, hook in the leg. And then left shoulder getting up from Andrade.
Yeah, late kick out from Andrade, a man who exudes class and style.
Good offensive run from Melo, the first 48. The attack on Andrade. Looking at when you can see him trying to shake things off here in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Staring up to the heavens, watching those briefcases swinging away above his head. This is what it's all about. Dig deeper than you ever have done before, Melo.
Andrade bringing him back out to the floor. Toe to toe, they go. These two who put forth such a fierce rivalry in 2024, the intense 7-match series.
You just cannot take your eye
Look at those eyes.
Jacob Fatu.
Oh my God.
More than 10 seconds.
He's gonna do it.
Remember what happened to the Miz just minutes ago.
Minutes ago.
He had to be taken out by medical personnel.
Oh
And now
my God.
Fatu's got both of them lined up. Here he comes. Fatu.
Oh!
They separated. And Fatu missed.
Oh my God! That new announcer almost got hit.
Fatu is down. He's down.
Holy shit.
That new announcer almost got squashed.
Holy shit. That's what they taking off? Just because they saying holy shit.
Not that they're in commercial. They have to mute it for a second.
Beautiful, holy shit.
This is the aftermath. As the massive, explosive.
Yeah, my God, that announcer guy almost got in the crossfire, but he leaned on top of the bell keeper, mommy. He was literally on top of it, all on top of the bell keeper just to avoid that.
Enough separation, and Fatu is down, and does not look good. Meanwhile, Andrade and Melo back in the center of the ring to determine it.
Jacob Fatu has been dog-walked, and the only person capable of dog-walking Fatu is Fatu himself.
And the crowd reacting as the chant of rerun tables for a moment looked like it was going to be delivered on.
They don't deserve it now. All kinds of tricks being pulled out now. Referees got eyes on it, but there's no disqualifications here. Competitors know it.
I know.
He gets tripped up as Melo.
I know the announcer almost getting steamrolled.
What on earth is Melo cooking up here? That drop kick to the knee saved him from a chair shot to the cranium. And now,
Oh, and a big kick right to the gut by Andrade.
and once again, we talked about it earlier, it's the reflexes of these two that is their primary advantage, and that's exactly what you need in a ladder match like the Money in the Bank ladder match. Fast thinking, faster moving.
It seems like they only warn Alicia when they'll ram through the the timekeeper's area, but for the guys and announcers, they don't say nothing because they're probably trained to know how to avoid that.
Andrade landed on the back of his neck and his head. And with Fatu down, now ain't the time to celebrate, Melo. Now is the time to go for the kill. There's blood in the water. Punch your ticket for Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. The English accent.
And double clothesline as both men are down. The big story that is developed in our men's Money in the Bank qualifying triple threat match is what happened moments ago with Jacob Fatu.
See, he barely made it. If it bodied, Jacob Fatu kind of saved him by leaning his body to the left more instead of on the right. But if he leaned his body to the right, he would have been in trouble.
Andrade and Carmelo Hayes to determine who will be the fifth member of the men's Money in the Bank ladder match coming your way next weekend from Los Angeles.
And if you are either one of these two left in the ring, you want to finish this as quickly as possible. I count most men out, but this is Jacob Fatu we're talking about.
Carmelo up in position, but quick to get to his feet was Andrade. These two have gone back.
I can understand why they're making this match longer than it should have because, like I said earlier, John Cena and Cody Rhodes' promo is probably last.
As they scale the heights.
Oh my God!
Like an assisted Spanish fly.
Carmelo's ring attire is mixed with Miz's logo. Yeah, I noticed that too.
How does he do this time and again?
He kind of missed there.
To get some Money in the Bank. And Andrade breaks it up.
Normal rules just do not apply when you're dealing with Jacob Fatu. All bets are off. After what should have been the death blow to Jacob Fatu in this match, he bounces back and almost grabs victory. But how much is left in the tank of any one of these three men?
4 qualifiers. Who will be number 5? Andrade, Melo, Fatu.
The dogs are off the chain now.
When he gains momentum, when he gains control, you got to give everything you can. Looking for a Samoan drop as Melo tries to fight back and a spinning back elbow by Andrade. Shoulders are down.
Yeah, that was a double pin. Don't do that. Solo Sikoa is out with JC.
Solo Sikoa, who has already made his way into Money.
I thought it would be Carmelo, but that's only until these jokers decide to come out. But I'm telling you, Jacob Fatu was never supposed to win, even though, he was definitely a preferred win. But I knew it was probably going to be Carmelo because Jacob Fatu is distracted by those guys. Because they really did not need to be out here for what he got this fight pretty taken care of. He came to and he got back up and he's doing just fine.
Remember, Cena and Cody will be face to face in mere moments. That's at the conclusion of this thrilling Money in the Bank qualifying triple threat match.
Check out that look in the eye of Jacob Fatu. He doesn't seem too pleased that Solo and Mateo are out here. At times, Fatu just wants to walk.
Looking for the Samoan drop, but he hits it on Andrade.
After Melo scrambled out there, just when he could, right up.
Now lining up what he does best, that jump up, mighty moves.
Oi.
Andrade gets out of the way. Melo, nothing but net looking for right here. Andrade at the last possible
Last possible second.
The last possible second. He's trying to
Oh, this might be it.
Does he have it?
Oh, no.
Countering it is Andrade.
Teasing. Yeah, you're teasing.
Tickets of Money in the Bank.
There's still no separating these two. Oh, nice push elbow to the jaw.
There's 48 by Mello. That spinning elbow by Andrade.
2 men out cold, 1 werewolf stirring. And Solo Sikoa and JC Mateo lock on.
June 7th in LA. The ladder match. Money in the Bank. One of these 3 men is trying to gain entry here from 14,600 at the University of Tennessee. We are high up on Rocky Top. And they have been rocking and rolling in this triple threat.
Spike down on the top
Jeez,
of his
be
head.
careful.
And this is
You didn't lift him up
Jacob Fatu
properly.
about to dog walk some people.
From the implant DDT to just tossing Mello into the corner. And now delivering that running hip attack. And again, the implant of that on Andrade.
No defending that if you're Andrade. Double jump moonsault.
He lands it, but Solo's up on the apron.
See?
That's the match over.
He's saying do it again. Meanwhile, he could have gotten into the cover there.
Well, Andrade's a hell of a competitor.
Why are you listening to them?
JC Potato scoring.
You're the champion, not them. Oh,
Look who's here!
Jimmy.
Are you kidding me? Jimmy Uso has arrived!
Oh, no.
Would you look at the
Oh,
red
wow.
Andrade delivering the message?
Wow. Wow. Andrade.
Yes, 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 yes,
Confusion that's so
yes, yes.
But wait, I gotta replay that for me for a second and see. Did Jacob Fatu really attack him to get him off of the ring? To get him off the ring? Oh no, that was accidental. That was accidental. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that. Because I'm like, oh, so he's making it clear now.
Connected with a message. And then
Wow, this is a pleasant surprise. This is a pleasant surprise.
This is going to take a major act of diplomacy from Solo Sikoa.
Yes, yes, who do you think you are?
That's right, you don't need you.
Congratulations to Andrade on punching his ticket to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yes.
Speaking of tickets punched, my next guest has punched his.
My God.
Uh-oh.
What is it with punching tickets around here? Everybody talks about punching tickets. WWE Instagram, punching tickets. Commentators, punching tickets. You're talking about punching tickets. I guess I punched my ticket to Money in the Bank. It's only 8 days away. A few other guys punching tickets. Who are they? Well, you got Andrade. You got Penta. You got Seth's, what's his name? Seth Rollins and Solo Sikoa. They're all in. They all punched your tickets. And everybody's going to be climbing that ladder, trying to get it, putting everything on the line that they can. Now,
Yeah,
if this is
what
a
is my
one-on-one
favorite
match,
ice
I'd go ahead and
cream?
I'd call my shot.
It's just
And I'd
either
say, I'm
plain
going to run
vanilla
up there,
or chocolate
grab
chip
that case,
cookie
and I'm going to
dough.
cash it in. But you got to understand, this is my 3rd year in a row now. So I understand what this is. You can call me the vet in this match. And some people say that maybe that's Seth's the vet in this. And some people be wrong. Because with 33 years in a row now, you're talking about the most robust and the most recent experience. Yeah. And what that means is now it's anybody's game. Anybody can come out with it, and I understand that. But with or without the case, what you need to understand is the WWE title, the world title, they're all in my future. But the way I've been running, at this point, they should be in my past, maybe even my present. Why don't you go ahead and punch that ticket? But while we're talking about... What's up, man?
Ice cream. I don't know the song all that much. I just only know the main part.
Especially mine. You're welcome, though.
He is headed away. It is so good to have the American Nightmare back to business. Cody Rhodes face to face with John Cena. That's next.
Monday, CM Punk kicks off Raw with a message for Seth freaking Rollins ahead of his triple threat qualifying match for Money in the Bank, while another women's qualifier takes the stage.
That's what this is all about.
Raw Monday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on Netflix.
I don't know Love Live that much, and I honestly forgot their names except for Ruby. I'm only aware of Ruby because that's the OG Love Live girl. Now my mom's singing a song about washing the dishes to this beat in Spanish. Shut up, mommy. Shut up, mommy. It's not dirty. Yes, la cocina sucia. Yes, whatever. Mommy, nobody's gonna. Who listened?
Just to put it on and just to clean. You know how you can sweep with
Yes.
a little bead?
Yes,
and
but
you can move your body also a little bit. That's your exercise in the morning.
I love lo-fi music, but I would never listen to lo-fi music like this.
Yeah, this is nice. This is nice mellow music. You can clean up.
Nah, I can name way better lo-fi music to hear. Waiting room music. Who will win and Money in the Bank? I don't know. We gotta watch and find out, man. I don't know that Miku hand dance that much. Can't do it that fast. I have to learn that dance, but I know that's an iconic dance. Because I was considering cosplaying Miku for 4th of July, but it wouldn't come in before the 4th of July, so that's why I gave up on the idea. So worst case scenario, I'm just gonna wear my Charlie cosplay and maybe just buy some red, white, and blue accessories. Like I'll wear my Charlie dress, but I'll have oh dear. Reasonably so, crash out. Yes, crash out. Understand.
Get mad at Solo, that's right.
Ah!
Yeah, get Solo. Where is he? Yes.
Listen, I was just trying to help.
I think you've helped quite enough today.
The last time, I
Need your
do
help.
not need your help.
That's right.
I don't need you.
That's right. I don't need you.
You know, you brought up the point that Solo Sikoa was already in Money in the Bank as Fatu was trying to arrive. I don't know what
thank
was coming from being up on the apron after
You're
he hits
you're
that
one of my
Mike
favorite
moonsault.
regulars.
After the match won, I was as shocked as you were, Joe.
Listen, this is a huge day.
I'm pretty sure you guys know who you are, though. I just can't say favoritisms on here because I love every one of my PK fans.
Wait, let's tell everybody what they're short.
Well, Raw have got a new signing just announced earlier today. We'll get on to that now because Triple H's Dalise and Cheap Tormenta are going to be squaring off against now Raw's Stephanie McGrath and NXT's Lola Vice in tag action.
Also in action next weekend, June 7th at Worlds Collide. But Kingo, you saw what happened on Monday Night Raw. And now he's up against Chad Gable after all the action that we saw with Gable on Monday night. That comes your way in 8 days.
El hijo de fucking.
Triple H's Psycho Clown, Pagano, and Dr. Wagner Jr. go up against Smackdown.
What the heck?
Phantasma, who we saw
Lucha Libre clowns. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sad I won't be able to stream Worlds Collide, but I'll definitely talk about it for sure on the night of Money in the Bank because I'm sure I'm going to cover a lot of that.
WWE's YouTube channel, Worlds Collide. Then later that day, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. local.
Ethan Page is going to win that match. I know it. Ethan Page is going to win that match. I know that. Ethan, he's going to win that match.
And then who will get the briefcase among the women? The women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yep, there's one more spot left, and that's
Naomi. She came up with the victory over Jade Cargill and Nia Jax earlier tonight. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Stephanie Vakir will get the last spot, mommy. Stephanie will get the last spot. I have no idea. I have no idea who's in the. I have no idea who's in the last men's spot though. So we got to see later on.
Plus one additional competitor will all collide to see who wins the Money in the Bank contract.
6 days ago, all eyes were on Saturday night's main event. And it was the shocker. It was the return of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And now he's teaming up with Jey Uso to take on John Cena and Logan Paul. Cody Rhodes, the comeback from last week, goes right into LA, June 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, streaming on Peacock.
Hey. You've been rocking with the bandana lately. Do you have different colors of bandana? No. I only have a black one, but I always wear a bandana no matter what. It's just that I don't really wear it when my hair is out because I just don't like the idea of my hair being like, confined and just like, oddly shaped like in the ear area. I don't like that. So I have it on like maybe for a few minutes on when my hair is out, but I always have it no matter what in a ponytail. But that's only when I'm sleeping or when I feel like my hair is not like, nice enough to be out. And I conceived that my hair was getting a little frizzy because I told you I half-assed doing my hair today and I just went with my blowout spin brush and I just combed it just to make it look straight enough. But it's still curled on the inside. Because I don't want to actually take time to do my hair until I get the right shampoos, and I won't do that until most likely Wednesday, so I'm just going to shampoo and take care of it until then. But I do have a rainbow bandana that I will start wearing at the start of June, so I'm supporting the gay bi, the trans, non-binary, and the pan. I forgot what. Damn it! I forgot what that line he said in Infinity Skates. I think he's. I forgot what he said in Infinity Skate. I think he said, Heyy gave Rhodes the non-binary hose or something like that. I think that's what he said. What up, gave Bros a non-binary hose?
Cody Rhodes does not complete without the gold around his waist, in my opinion.
Don't follow me to the end. I am my kingdom.
I'll tell you the downside of wearing my Pride bandana though. It's a lot thinner than this one, so that's why my hair like kind of falls out. So that's the only downside, but it's just for 1 month only. Let's go, Steven. Get over him. He broke up with you. He said so himself.
What do you want to talk about?
He don't love you no more.
I'd be remiss if we didn't point out that we could talk about the record crowd here this evening. I love you too, buddy. Thank you very much. We can talk about WrestleMania 41. After WrestleMania 41, I went home. I drowned my sorrows. Might have touched the Tennessee cough syrup a little bit. And I had a doubtful moment. Then I reached out to a friend. Again, doubtful moment. This is a friend who helps me prepare for moments like this when I'm speaking to a wonderful audience like we have here, when I'm speaking to everybody at home.
Has
And
the
I asked
loyalty
him,
and
I said,
respect. At least
was I a good
at least
champion?
you actually mean it.
And his answer, it wasn't as simple as yes or no. He said, with everything that you faced here in the ring in front of all of you, and with everything that you faced behind the scenes, being pulled in different directions, the waters that you had to navigate that no champion has ever had to navigate. He said, yes, you were a good champion, and I felt good. That was a hopeful moment. That was a silver lining on a dark cloud. And I started to think about my whole year. I thought about AJ Styles feigning retirement and getting the drop on me. I thought about my friend sucker punching me on the side of my own bus while my family slept on the other side. I thought about my boss, who pushed me to the absolute limit, who sees something in me that I don't even see in myself. I thought about the final boss. I thought about the final boss asking me for my soul, and the entire world theorizing what he meant. And as preposterous as it sounded, the scary part was that he was 100% serious, and no matter how many times I say no, the offer still stands. And I also thought about John Cena.
Mommy. You got it all figured out.
I thought about John Cena doing exactly what he said he was going to do. He forced me to make a choice, and I hesitated. I don't know if John Cena is going to ruin professional wrestling, but if he does, then I'm partially to blame. Now I know I'd love to say this to John Cena's face, not sure if he's going to come out here right now, but if you are listening, champ, I need you to know that I will never hesitate with you again. I need you to know that no matter how much you tout the amount of days you have left, no matter how much you talk about what remains before you abscond with the WWE Championship and you leave
Cody
all this
Rhodes
forever,
teased
I
the
need you to
final
know
boss.
that is
Yes,
not your
I'm
expiration.
aware.
Your expiration
But I
sits
won't
on the
believe
other
it
side
till
of
I
these
actually,
corners right here,
like,
and
you
it's
know,
going to
hear
burn
stuff for
your
myself.
ass
They could tease forever, but it's only to show the, you know, the evidence and the hell.
I'm sorry. I am sorry.
The planned layout. That's
Guys,
the only
it's my
way I
first
could
night
possibly, like,
back
say,
on
yeah, he's
Smackdown.
right. He's gonna come soon.
And I'm getting a little bit worked up. I've thought so much about you. What can I do for you when I get back? What can I do for the WWE Universe? Hey, I'm back on Smackdown. How about a surprise?
Surprise!
Oh! Well, you guys seem hungry. Perhaps we should yeet.
Yeah. Forward.
I don't know. I mean, that would be a very big surprise. That would be the biggest surprise. That would be my partner riding in the battle at Money in the Bank. And hell yeah, he's here, ladies and gentlemen. I need you to give it up for the World Heavyweight Champion, your World Heavyweight Champion, main event, Jade
Yay. Two kids. Hey, 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 hey. Gojo can't move his hands because they're stitched onto him.
Cody brings in Jay.
Aw. Aw, that girl's cute because she has a Bianca braid. She has a Bianca braid. She has a Bianca braid. Yeah, that girl had a Bianca braid. That's why it was cute. No yeet. Four letters. One word. Yeet. 3 whole minutes. I don't know what you mean. Duh. No, I don't. No, I don't.
You have to finish.
No, I don't.
Yes, chat. Tell us she has to finish. You have to say goodbye.
He's bursting at the seams. Knoxville, Tennessee, from Friday.
That's you.
Cody Rhodes just introduced Jey Uso to this
Seriously, like you always blame me for that. Like I didn't touch him at all.
You already messed up and you messed them all.
You know, mad at me because you break your own headset. Shut up. Like he gets mad at me with his already broken headset, and I didn't touch his headset at all. My mom saw me too, so she's a witness. He made me spill a little bit of soda on the couch though, but it's just a drop. I just don't want it to be sticky, so I'm just gonna spray it.
There's just steam coming off this audience. Major heat face.
The interrupter. No. It's fine. Me and my brother just having a little fight session like we usually do. He just made me spill a drop of soda on the couch, and I didn't want it to be sticky. The only downside of half-assing my hair is that it gets more tangled than usual. But it feels soft though.
I'm upset too. If it isn't professional wrestling's biggest wannabes. You are nothing more than a John Cena wannabe.
That's what they said at first.
You are nothing more than a John Cena wannabe.
That he ain't. Hi, Suave. A little late to the party, aren't you?
Fame, you want my money, but you won't get neither because you are too desperate.
What?
And you are too lazy.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but is the Anoa'i slash Fatu family a little bit more, like, you know, have a more net worth than John Cena?
He was so gorgeous, John. He was so pale. You mad because you took on this man.
All right, Ma. It's not that deep looking into. Ugh. No, I like John Cena more. That'll always be that'll never change. Unlike Logan Paul, I'll always hate Logan Paul just for existing.
Logan Paul. Are you mad? You're mad because Logan Paul does WWE better than any professional wrestler.
He does it fake. He does it fake.
Logan Paul does not need to pay his dues because Logan Paul is paying your mortgage. Everybody in this building did not come to see you. No. They came to see John Cena.
Yes, I came to see you, not you. I came to see you, not you.
What the hell are you crying about, Knoxville? Look, I could walk on water, and y'all would still find a way to tell me it's because I can't swim.
Yes, you can.
John Cena speaks the language of Logan Paul, and that is the truth. The truth. It's right in front of you. You deny it all you want, but look around. You stupid, simple Tennessee people.
Tennesseans.
This is a moment in history. All of you get to witness the moment that John Cena stood side by side in the ring with Logan Paul. And look, all of you will live long, pathetic, miserable lives. But at least you will get to say that you saw that. You don't know what's good for you. There is one problem, though. Although this does seem too perfect. The problem is, I should be standing next to the WWE champion.
As the champ.
As a WWE champion. I should have been the one to leave Saturday night's main event with that World Heavyweight Championship around my waist. But Jay, look at me. Look at me. You got lucky, dog. You got lucky, Jay. You got lucky. You know it. I know it. They know it.
Oh, he just mad because he cheated better than him.
Rhodes. You needed Cody Rhodes to save you. Yeah, remember that, Jay? Yeah.
Just like you needed that brass knuckles, because you can't do it with your only two fists.
These two Nepo babies were born on third, thinking they hit a triple. Self-made man! Self-made man!
No, you are not self-made. You're literally a Disney kid that got lucky on YouTube.
5 years ago, nobody
You're a Disney kid that got
ever
lucky.
would've believed that Logan Paul would be a WWE superstar. And they certainly never ever would have believed that I would be tag teaming with the greatest of all time. But look at me now. I'm not just a superstar in the WWE. I am the superstar in the WWE. My time is now. He has told the world that his time is almost up. He is the last real champion. I am the inevitable face of this company. So John, Jay, Cody, at Money in the Bank next weekend, boys, if you want some, come get some. Hey, we ain't gotta wait for Money in the Bank. We can have this right now. Ooh. What are you guys arguing about? Where are you headed? Are you gonna go back there and polish his Peacemaker?
Polish his Peacemaker? No, he did. Oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't. And I never watched that. That's the only show I never watched on DC. And I'm a big DC fan, but I never watched Peacemaker.
Crossbody to the outside on Cena. And springboarded in Alba. Jay meets him. And meet Logan Paul. How about some memories? Cody from Jay.
And that's why John Cena's run is growing stale to me. I'm just grateful for his presence and only his presence.
Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso against John Cena and Logan Paul. It comes your way June 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yay, yay, yay! That's what's gonna happen. That shit is gonna happen.
Amazing.
Yes. My father said.
Yep.
When I was younger.
Yep. Now lower this.
Get it all away, get it all away.
Lower this TV because it's over. Put it on SWAT. Yep, that was a great promo, and like as I thought, John Cena and Logan Paul would get his ass beat, but John Cena, like, you know, I could say whatever to that, but I'm totally happy that Logan Paul got his ass beat. Like, John Cena, if he gets his ass beat, then fine. I know he'll bounce back from that, but Logan Paul, he'll cry about it for sometimes. He'll curse out backstage too, because I be seeing him. Yes, we have an Xbox X. It's just that this is my brother's old Xbox X that he gave to my mom so she could watch, like, you know, stream whatever on it. But if I got another Game Pass, I could play games on here. But I just didn't want to waste like an extra $10 because my brother has a Game Pass, so I just go on my brother's Game Pass and just play games on there. But I don't play much Xbox games that much. It's my brother that plays Xbox, not me. I just play Apex on my Switch. But yeah, that was a great promo, and like I said before, we have only 2 qualifying matches left, and I have no idea who's going to, like, you know, face up in the men's spot, but as far as the women's spot, we got Liv Morgan, Ivy Nile, and Stephanie Vakir. And I have a feeling that Stephanie Vakir might win because I have a feeling that Roxanne or Raquel might get involved in that match, and they'll either, like, you know, try to help, or like, you know, the beef between Roxanne and Liv Morgan will come into play again, and it'll make her distracted again, and, you know. But that's all I have to say about that, because we're literally next week into the week of Money in the Bank, and we got a lot to look forward to. I'm going to watch Worlds Collide, yes, but I'm not going to stream that. But I will stream Money in the Bank, and I will tell you everything that might happen, and, like, you know, let me know opinions of what you, like, you know, think, or if you saw it and stuff. Like, what do you think about what's gonna happen, and, like, what you thought was best during those matches, because I'll be totally aware. So just let me know on that when Money in the Bank stream comes into play. What else? So, like I said, Stephanie Vakir is now going to be on Raw, and Jordan Grace will be on SmackDown. I just don't know when. And I also heard news of AEW superstar, an AEW women's superstar is supposedly, like, you know, on the immediate list or whatever, and she's going to be on there soon. I just don't know when. And I forgot her name, but I know her last name starts with May. Those who know the superstar in AEW will obviously know better, but that's just the what else news I have when it comes to who's going to be on the roster next. But we still have the draft all together, so we got to wait for that. They said the draft will most likely happen after Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, because, like, you know, I think, like, maybe SummerSlam is probably better because that's, like, you know, the last pay-per-view they, like, you know, the big pay-per-view they have. So I can assume that, like, you know, if not after Money in the Bank, that's what'll, like, you know, be the set point for the draft. Because I have no idea who could be in the draft after that, because they would split up a lot of people. They go through with the idea of splitting tag teams and factions up. And that's always, like, you know, a possibility, but I have yet to see that happen to certain, like, people on the draft whenever it happens every year. So that's a thing. Jordan Grace, do you think they're rushing her? Not really. I told you she fought Naomi back in TNA, so they could rekindle that feud if they want to, like, you know, make that the starting point of Jordan Grace. So that's, like, you know, what I think will happen. If they want to, like, start off Jordan Grace with that, they'll rekindle that light, and it'll work probably better because Jordan Grace is a babyface and Naomi's a heel, and I have a feeling she'll stay a heel for some time even after she's done with the whole Jade Cargill feud and everything. So that's, like, you know, my opinion on Jordan Grace. But I think that's all for now. So join me next week for the Monday stream as usual, and donate on my Ko-Fi if you want to donate anything to me. Everything is appreciated, and I like, you know, encourage you to just share it if you can't really donate. It's all fine. I don't care. Yeah, what else? I think that's all. I told you I'm going to start my wrestling news page soon, so I'll just keep you on the deets with that. And my cosplay, I told you, will be around the time of June 20th. It's a late cosplay, but I promise it. I am trying to make it as worthwhile as possible. Like, it's really beyond my control that it's this late. It's, you know, man upstairs, tariffs, you know, all that bullshit. So yeah, it's not my fault. It's beyond my control. So that's just all for the cosplay. But thanks all for watching, and join me Monday as we continue the Monday stream and the Monday stream. And the Money in the Bank is coming, so we got lots to cover this next week, and I'm so excited to, you know, to have you join me as usual, and we get to watch it together like always. Thanks all for coming. Have a good night, and remember, do it all with idle energy. Bye.